Hi guys, Travelling Ted here on Sunday, April the 12th, and it is day 27 since the unofficial lockdown, but it is day 20 since the official lockdown. So tomorrow will be 3 weeks since Boris Johnson said, "You've been naughty and now it's the law, stay at home." Um, News from today. Bit of sad news, bit of good news. Sad news is we have gone past 10,000 deaths, about 10,600, which is just, well, it's, you just don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, when I was coming to do this video, I was like, what do I say now? Because when I started, I didn't imagine that 27 days later I would still be talking, but here I am. And it is going to go on. Good news is that Boris Johnson is out of hospital and he's going to convalesce at Chequers, which is the Prime Minister's residence. Now, I know that there's a lot of politics going on here, and I know some of you will say, "Why is it good news? Why is it good news? Boris Johnson." But this is why I think it's good news. Let's go back to playing politics. Let's go back to playing the politics of the NHS and underfunding before and all that kind of stuff. Boris Johnson came out today and gave a speech about the support that he'd been given in the NHS. He specifically mentioned two nurses and he also mentioned other people as well. But the important thing that came out of this speech, I find, was, I think, a realization from him without actually saying it explicitly that life will change when all of this is over, and it will change into much more considerate, considerate, caring, sorry, compassionate society. He said quite clearly, specifically, that the NHS saved his life. These two nurses watched over him for 48 hours to make sure his breathing was okay so that he could get the oxygen when it was needed. Here's the point. There is no way that he can renege on those words. There is no way that he can go back in a year or even 2 years and underfund the NHS, contract out parts of the NHS to American companies, Chinese companies, whatever, for a profit basis. It can't happen. It would be political suicide for him if anything was to happen now, because they would go back to that video where he looked into the camera and he said, "I owe the NHS my life." And I have to admit, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I get a little bit emotional, but I have to admit that kind of choked me a little bit, because here was the Prime Minister of the country, and at the end of the day, he is the Prime Minister whether you voted for him or not, and he has, you could say everybody should be treated the same, but no, he's a Prime Minister. You have to put in all the resources, you have to make sure he's okay and all that kind of stuff. But here he is, openly and admittedly, looking into the camera and saying, "I came that close to dying, and the NHS saved my life." And his girlfriend, Carrie Simmons, said exactly the same thing. that she will continually thank the NHS for the rest of her life. So we have to think about that, and let's just see what happens in the future. I am praying my social charter 2020 that we will have a different way of looking at things in the future. Okay, guys, gonna go now, but I will see you tomorrow. Carry on subscribing and be good. Bye.